Here's our story for the day. This is called Up in the Garden and Down in the Dirt. And it's written by Kate Messner with illustrations by Christopher Silas Neal. So this is the front cover and the back cover and the spine to hold the pages. Up in the garden, down in the dirt. What do you think this story is going to be about? What do you see? We have some butterflies. Oh, what's this? A worm, ladybugs, lots of pretty plants and flowers and birds. I don't know. Let's see. Up in the garden and down in the dirt. The pictures in this book are really cool. Up in the garden, I stand and plan, my hands full of seeds and my head full of dreams. So how does this garden look? Does it look like it's colorful, or do you think they're just starting their garden now? Everything looks kind of dead, huh? Overgrown. And what do we see on the trees? We have some ice. So what season do you think it is? Is it still winter maybe? So I think she's gonna plan her garden. She's dreaming about what it could be like. Spring sun shines down to melt the sleepy snow. Wind whistles through last year's plants and mud stuck to my rain boots. It's not quite time, Nana says. Down in the dirt, things need to dry out and warm up. Well, what's down there? I ask. So she's gonna build a garden with her grandma or her Nana. What is down there? Down in the dirt is a whole busy world of earthworms and insects, digging and building and stirring up the soil. They are already working down in the dirt. So the bugs in the dirt help keep the plants alive. They have a job too. Even though we don't like bugs, they have a special job in a garden. Up in the garden, we snip brittle stalks, scoop rustly armfuls, and wheel away weeds for the chickens. While they scrabble and scratch, we spread compost over the soil. Down in the dirt, pill bugs chew through last year's leaves. I give a gentle poke and they roll up tight and hide in plated suits of armor. Roly-poly and round. I think there's one here. I think there's one over here. Have you ever seen a roly-poly? They roll up into a little ball. You'll have to look for them in your garden. I bet you'll find some. Up in the garden, it's time to plant. I trail a furrow with my fingers and sprinkle seeds in a careful row. Give them a drink, Nana says. We pat them down to snuggle in the dark. Down in the dirt, a tomato heartworm rests. I think that's a bug. Waiting for its wings and the leaves where she'll lay her eggs. What do you see on this page? It looks like things are starting to grow, huh? She's already planted her seeds. And after you plant a seed, then it begins to what? Sprout. We have, these are called what? The roots and the leaves and the stem. Up in the garden, carrot plants sprout, pea blossoms bloom, and wasps are on the prowl, and honeybees visit, legs loaded with pollen. We know that bees like pollen, don't we? I also see some more dirt. What are these? They are earthworms. I weed and wilt in the sun so strong. Even Nana looks for shade. Here's Nana. She's tired from gardening too. Down in the dirt, earthworms tunnel deep. I'm jealous of their cool, damp, dark. So earthworms like it where it's dark and cold. Up in the garden, rain shower. Nana turns the hose on me. Look at their garden over here. Everything's starting to bloom and blossom. Plants need water to grow, right? I hide behind some cucumber vines, but their leaves can't save me. I shiver and laugh, drenched in Nana's rain. Down in the dirt, water soaks deep, roots drink it all in, and long-legged spider stilt walks over the streams. So see if you can find the spiders in this picture. Look on this page, I think he's right here. You see him? Some spiders like to live in gardens. Up in the garden, there's so much to eat. Ladybugs feast on aphids. Nana crunches green beans. I bite a ripe tomato, warm from the sun, and juice dribbles down on my chin. So now what season do you think it is? If they're eating tomatoes and everything's green and blossoming, bet it's summertime. Down in the dirt, a robin's beak finds a cricket, a beetle, a grub. Slugs are scrumptious too. So here's the cricket, the grub, the snail. I don't know, can you find the beetle? You see him? Up in the garden, we pick cukes and zucchini, harvesting into the dark. Bats swoop through the sunflowers, and I pluck June bugs from the basil until it's time for bed. So what season do you think it's turning into now? When do we normally see sunflowers? In the fall. And bats, when do we see bats? Right when it's Halloween time, right? Down in the dirt, skunks work through the night shift. They sniffle and dig and gobble cutworms while I sleep. Up in the garden, a praying mantis wakes to hunt mosquitoes. Nana sprays away the aphids, and I'm after grasshoppers, ready to swoosh, but snap, someone else is faster. Down in the dirt, a smooth, shining garter snake crunches on its supper. Garter snakes like to live in gardens. He's going to eat that cricket, huh? Up in the garden, the wind grows cool. Pumpkins blush orange and sunflowers bow to September. Nana ties them together to build a house for reading. These are all stuck together. Oh my, here we go. Down in the dirt, an orb weaver spins her web. Strand by silken strand, she'll munch on the moths tonight. Can you find the spider in this picture? I think she's right here. We see those in the fall time too. Up in the garden, colored leaves litter the squash vines, and we know it's cold in the morning. Hurry, hurry and harvest. There's enough for the neighbors too. Down in the dirt, frantic ants gather what we leave behind. They're storing food for their cooler days ahead. So the people are getting ready for winter, but down in the dirt, the ants are too. They're collecting food for the winter time. Up in the garden, frost straws lace on leftover leaves where secret egg sacs hang, waiting for the warmth to return. We say goodbye and spread the winter blankets. Down in the dirt, beetles burrow, ants scurry home, and earthworms curl into the tight dark. So all these animals are getting ready to hibernate. Remember we learned about hibernation? When Grandpa calls us in for soup, an autumn moon is rising. Up in the garden, dry corn stalks tremble and the wind smells like winter. But the long, ripe days of summer still rest in the garden beds. The ladybugs and bumblebees and earthworms and ants are all hunkered down, hiding and biding their time. Dreaming dreaming of sunshine and blossoms and sprouts. Under the bare arm of trees and blanketing snow, a whole new garden sleeps down in the dirt. And did you like that story? There's lots of stuff in there, huh? So we learned all about, in this story, how plants grow. So I have another activity for you guys to do. Think you're up for it? We're getting ready for kindergarten, right? So this is how a plant grows. So what number is this? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 pictures over here, and I need you to help me figure out where they go. This one goes this way, and this way, and this way. So which do you think comes first? Do you think does this one go here? We just start with a plant right away? Am I right or wrong? I'm wrong, right? We have to do what? What did we have to do in our story? We had to plant the seed. So we plant the seed first, right? And after we plant the seed, then we go to number 2. Which one do you think comes next? Do you think we go right to a flower and a stem, or do you think the seed has to sprout? Which one do you think? Is it this one, or this one? The seed has to sprout. So we plant the seed, and then it sprouts. After that, which comes next? Does it turn into a plant all over again? Or does it have to keep growing? It grows a what? What is that called? It grows a stem. So stem comes next. So the roots go down into the ground and it's starting to get taller, right? Do these look like they're the same size, or does one look bigger? So we plant the seed, and then it starts to sprout, and then it gets a little taller, and it starts to grow leaves and a stem. And then finally, we put this one over here. And this one is really big, huh? We got the leaves really go down on the ground, the leaves are bigger, and I bet that's gonna turn into a flower. So I hope you guys get to do this week, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.